things off. Both teams with the majority of their players set up outside this A site. They both run pistols in this direction before. Good nade coming out of Forsaken already, and something, a Mind Freak peeking off the back of it. They're going to be stuck in the corner early on. This is a great start for PaperX.
And Munchkin's in danger as well. He tried to jump away. The Boombot was chasing him. Munyet caught him. And for Gen.G, 2 versus 5, barely any damage done. At least they've still got the spike, but they have to hope for some serious mistakes at this point. The PaperX go running forward, or even rotate, assuming that it's a B hit. But you can see there's no real need for panic on the defensive side. They're just going to hunker down and wait for Gen.G to take a step forward and give them the first pistol round win.
Yeah, I think the scary prospect as well is that on this map in particular, we have seen some sort of rougher attack sides out of Gen.G. Obviously, that is helped a little bit by having that Omen instead of the Astra. But other than that, it's an absolutely flawless through something. And already, Mind Freak taking a lot of control. Now, Texture in a fairly solo position. There's a chance. There's the blast packs already. And there's the judge. Exactly what Forsaken does. He got a rifle, but it's very short-lived.
Last round. I don't know if you caught it in the replay, Tom, but a fist bump into a high five. Let's see how many high fives there are for Gen.G after this one. They've got a lot of space, but that flash was perfect. Deadly from Devi, and he's managed to slip away towards the elbow. Another fight. And he's actually got a teammate in there. I don't know if they've seen Forsaken, but they certainly have now at heavy cost. Smokes are down, but so too are the majority of PaperX players. It's only something left, but he has that off. The 1v2 he didn't go for. The 1v3, it's tempted him. It's pulled him in for the fight. He hasn't found them to start off, though, and that dash already halfway up. Wants to close the distance. So many tough angles, tight angles to clear with this op in hand. And no idea there's a player up top. He's checking the right angle. What a shot! But Lakia was again and again. 5 in a row for Gen.G. And now ultis are there. Showstopper fired off, and Munyet had no chance. No smokes for the way back through. No paranoia to play with. Still some flashes on Devi, but PaperX set up with a man disadvantage on a retake. Seconds into the round.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy to get back in here. As said, they're not bad in these 4v5s, but Gen.G are even better in the 5v4s. Opener, again, Karen takes down another Forsaken trying his best, but he's almost dead. It is, and well, Lakia and Meteor combined. With a much better defense. Now, we talked about some aggression from this PaperX side, seeing it early on in rounds. So with a minute left on the clock, they're going for it. Good paranoia, but the fights don't go their way. Gen.G winning out every single one. There's no competition, Tom. Barely a lick of damage done, and what is negated by the heal. This is a disaster. Something might be able to save them. He's made big plays before with the Blade Storm. There's one! And not two! Damage, but no kills. Oh! Munyet has a chance. Somehow this has come back into a winnable scenario. Just needs to hit the bullet. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Yeah. 13 for us, well, 13 to you. An opportunity here at least to shut down the first and the second. Munyet does well. Rockets on point. And with Lakia down, it looks like PaperX are set to finally put another round on the board. Long have they waited. It's Karen to try to challenge, and he got an opportunity, but it was shut down eventually by something with only one standing. It's an easy
complete retake.
Oh, nice shot by Lakia as well. There's his 13.
Spike drop.
An opportunity indeed with that spike down. 15 seconds left. It's time for Gen.G to get a move on. Munchkin has to step out from that corner, and he's being caught. They need to dive on that spike and get it planted, but PaperX are in their way. 4 rounds. He had a Yoru causing a lot of chaos for him. Now it's a little bit more conventional, but that's never the name of the game with PaperX. In he goes. Something's looking for a fight. Paranoia is perfect. Snakebite's even better. And with 1 HP, Lakia doesn't stand a chance. The rest of the squad comes in to save him, but they've ended up falling to a 3 versus 1 with Meteor left standing and his back wide open. That's a mistake. Oh, no. And it almost was a costly one too. With a Stinger and a Sheriff, light shields on most players. Some heavy disadvantages to play with, and that orb, well, I mean, it kind of has worked because Munchkin fell into it, but not doing exactly what they intended.
It's not going to cover up above. They've had to re-smoke it. Again, an explosive start to the round, almost a kill. Well, I say almost, they've ended up with 3. This is exactly what PaperX does. These fast-paced plays into the site. As mentioned, this was a weaker purchase. They had some pieces missing with that Sheriff and Stinger. Now though, you look towards the players of Gen.G. in this 2v4 scenario. Flash is already going to reveal Texture's position. And they've spotted Karen as well, although I say that. The peek out never really came in. The player behind the back of the site Should have probably seen him. Now it gets a little bit more interesting. Space given to Texture, but it's both shots land to their favored side. The B site under serious pressure. Half the team still waiting patiently. Karon's reposition. It's Sublime. He's managed to TP behind them. He gets away with murder. Brilliant from Karon. We talk about picking this player out of ranked. He's
thus far, the closer rounds for Paper X have been individuals, and they need to show up individually and together. 5 in a row needed, and the challenge already underway.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he put down early utility to try and slow this push a little bit, but the fact is, he underestimated the pacing. Lakia in the corner, but they expect it. He's stuck in the mud. Good utility usage in this round. It leaves now Karon. He's had some magical plays, but they know exactly where he is. Well, it seems so. Munir goes bouncing past him. Now there is a flank, and no one really watching it, although it seems like Texture was doubting the player behind. Also a 1v1 taken, but it won't matter in the end. A 1 versus 5. Some serious mistakes needed, and Munir's going to put him down immediately.
Some negative economic stake. Oh no, that peek from Lakia was not expected. Good flash too, and it's a double. He's got his teammate Meteor with him, and they're absolutely extinguishing the flame of Paper X's early fight. This squad's gonna have to go back and reconsider, surely.
Yeah, I like this. Just a direct counter. These A-side takes have been one of the major problems. Viper's Pit, although they might just about win 2 duels. A little bit dangerous, spamming. And because of that, being able to get rid of Meteor is a big pick, because that was looking like map control and a man advantage for Gen.G. Instead, much more of a problem. And also bear in mind, Lakia is the only one who can't be healed.
I mean, that cam there is very important. Just seeing something clear the spawn, you see how much space they lost, because this Viper's Pit isn't just stopping a push, it's stopping all of Paper X's plans. Their plan was to blitz A. They get slowed, they get stopped, and now they have to go back and re-clear everything. Even if there's not a player flanking, if they're just pushed up in B main, holding that aggro intel, you're going to find it very hard to actually dive in. Now, this TP is to B site. Up top, it's going to be broken last second with something down below, spotted and taken down. Gen.G have the advantage. They're going to challenge Munchkin inside the pit. And what a mistake that was. Welcome to his world with Munyet, the last man standing, and a free kill presented. He's got 3 more to go.
15 seconds.
He's found the 4Ks in the past, Dom, but this would be exceptional. Good luck to you, and good night.
The first battle.
1 man down already, but the rest are rotating into the right spot. The read is good from the side of Gen.G as they move to the A site. Here comes Paper X diving a little quicker than expected, but there's the return. They're not expecting this many players to be on that defensive side already. Anchored down, and they're winning the fights, leaving Devi all alone. The 1v2, good damage done, and the follow-up, and he's out of ammo. Knife out, and Karon wins! He brought a crosshairs lined up on his head, and it's done some damage, some serious damage by the looks of it. Down to 77. Texture's tagged, Lakia is dropped. And we can continue on with the spams. Heals for most players. Devi the only one to stay quite low, not having anyone to bring him back to full fighting health. The reality is, though, they're in a pretty good position. The close range spot by Karon shouldn't be left unchecked. There's still a flash on Devi. You expect that to pop as they move forward. No, in fact, it's just a double swing, and the same thing there, exactly. Clean trades for Paper X.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be fight after fight. Meteor now has to try and pull off some individual brilliance as well. I think a little bit too predictable on when he'd make his move. Munchkin on the other side of the map, and the thing is, he could just hold this through to the next round, but I don't expect him to. When there's an opportunity to have an upgrade, maybe take a gun away.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, I mean, not a position you're going to be clearing a lot of the time. Done well to start. Player close is low. Devi and Mindfreak both playing without shields and with a bit of dent to their health. Forsaken also with no shields and no head anymore. This is getting very costly for the attacking side, with Munchkin not stopping anytime soon. He's already picked up 3, and now he's quickening his pace to the site. The time is so desperately low, and he doesn't know where Devi is. The element of surprise gets Paper X.
The utility had enough of these pushes coming through. He is going to get pinged up. They know where he is, and Texture's already there to support.
That's it. They're trying to punish the Odin. They know that it's not easy to fight from this angle, especially when the door gets open, and now he's dead. But that's what it's all about on Gen.G, filling in the spaces and being able to fight afterwards. But with the return from Paper Rex, they've got a real chance. The headshot angle held by Mindfreak, but Meteor's just ducked underneath it, playing the limbo, and he's winning this game with Mindfreak down. It's 45 HP, and a dream turned to a nightmare. Paper Rex losing out on another. They had a good pacing.
To see if the push will come through in that direction. It's going to allow them the fast take back of this control. Paranoia immediately put through. The trade's not awful in the beginning, but they quickly divulge into nothing for the side of Paper Rex. Forsaken trying to claim it back though. Finally, he comes alive.
Well, this is the round that he needed to wake up in. That spike is theirs, and they can walk it straight to the C site once that door is closed. 16 HP, Mindfreak on 42, but Texture's got an op and a nade, and there's a snake bite left. This could be very, very dangerous indeed. For now, though, Texture's not deploying the nade, instead sitting down. Op in hand, 16 HP, turned to 0. Nice shot with the operator as Mindfreak now has a nade below him. He's safe up top. He's got the angle, could even pick off Munchkin. That can make it winnable, but Texture's a little too quick.
I love it. That's the value. They got rid of the they got rid of the lockdown, so they can at least claim some space. He's screwed. There's no way he survives that.
It's a little messy. It's giving Paper Rex a chance, Tom. They haven't planted the spike, but they don't need to if they win these fights again and again, and they have. Lakia dropped, leaves Munchkin 1v3. If he wins this, I'm putting the headset down. They've got decent amount of HP, and they've lost Mindfreak. Okay, but it's all right. They've still got 2 players, no utility to play with. They've got to just take these fights, not one at a time. That's the only thing I beg of you. Not one at a time, not up against Munchkin right now. He's 11-4. He's been winning round after round, but a reposition by Forsaken. Nice. The swing is good. Nice. And the double peak.
As long as they're getting the rounds, I don't think they're going to mind too much. This battle is now changed. It was previously Karon being solo, and now it's Texture. And his operator has been fierce.
Looks like they're going to go back into it. Is there a flash? Is there anything? No. No, it's just a dry, wide peek by Munyet. Players up top looking to trade, but Texture's out of the angle too quickly. Paper Rex have given him another shot, and it looks like another bite of this apple. As around comes another, but finally the miss is there. Texture gets the reset, though, with low HP. He's dancing around, but he's being caught. There was no escape this time, and with Lakia falling, a real chance emerging for an 8-4 half. It looks like Paper Rex have finally woken up. They've found some punch to be packed. Let's see. Meteor's on his way in. Up close with a teammate further away. Munchkin's making a lot of noise. They're trying to find an angle to deal with him, and instead running into Meteor. Well played. Now they can group up and try to force this 2v2 with the Viper's Pit. That was a little scary. Thought Munchkin was about to be spammed, but now they've got a lot of space as they close in the distance. No snake bites to play with, though. That could help out, keep them way out of this pit, and with Munchkin falling, it's done. Paper Rex 8-4.
This pistol round might just be a deciding factor, but a great start from Munyet. Already pushing aggressively on the other side. Is something waiting for someone to try and make their move, and he's going to go back for a little bit more. Has to use the dash to get out of there, and is now waiting for the cavalry to arrive as the rest of the team somewhat far away. An opportunity, but Forsaken with a good trade.
Keeping the numbers in their favor. Something needs to do a little bit more. He's done some damage, and there's the follow-up. A shot right to Texture's temple. That's going to put us in a 4v2 with Paper Rex definitely favored to take this pistol now. Forsaken fallen. A little bit more of a chance. Something, though, delivers. Okay, he's up top and not spotted. Easy peasy. That's a 3K.
Something now in a pretty deadly position, and honestly, I think Meteor's a little bit lucky there to even get one.
Well, here's the chance for that operator to finally show its ugly face. Ugly for the side of Gen.G as they lose a player right off rip. And it's Texture, the man with the responsibility to take the space to close the distance. Now they'll be a little bit slower on the way around these corners, which is just perfect for something. He had to be watching the right way, though, and Munchkin caught him unaware. The same happens with Devi, though, leaving it to a 3v2. Defensive advantage and Devi walkabouts. He's been so good. 19 kills, looking for his 20th and his 3rd of the round. And it looks like he might, oh, he will get the opportunity, but he's being dropped. Doesn't matter, because you're not going to have Forsaken there to help with this fight. Instead, something has to do it on his own, and again, he finds Texture. That's a big part of this take. They try to seize the space with him blast packing in, but instead, they've been left to try and trade it out. 2 versus 3. Meteor's good position has been noted. As we said earlier, they know that trap was broken. They know there could be someone around here. It's why you see Devi wait for Mindfreak, wait even for the plant to come through, while Munyet finishes this flank. Looks like they're aware. Well, they're very much aware that something is going on. I mean, PaperX haven't made a move. Why haven't they? Why are they not trying to fight for any bit of control? And that's not something they'll find an answer to until they plant the spike.
It looks like because they've spotted players near B and they're worried about their spawn, they're actually going to go fighting aggressively. This could be a big win if it comes through. Nice work from Meteor. 1 bullet left. And nothing being spotted towards the spawn. This means they know where they are. The peek out is perfect, and he goes back with the pistol.
Chance at life, while the showstopper is again just, oh, I thought just used for space, but if he fires it out close, no, he doesn't pull the trigger, and now he realizes his mistake as the dive comes in from PaperX. They've got a lot to work with.
The old Stoke should be, well, in theory, forcing them back, but it hasn't happened at all. They went aggressive, made this one problematic. Spike already planted at least, so they're going to have to respect it and just fall back. Munchkin's still holding, and they have a pretty nasty potential crossfire just with the amount of time that can be born. Munchkin is just looking at that clock. That's all he really aiming for, sitting back, waiting for the push. He manages to land the first, almost onto the second.
There's a Viper's Pit online with 1 kill for Munchkin, 1 orb, 1 plant. But the main thing is, something has got basically an all right now. That's a Yassine dash. But it works out for him, no punish. And the reposition gets him another kill. Swing out, coming in to the side of PaperX and closing the round in.
Devi and everybody else was a lot. Well, something has been closing the gap. I'm also just looking at Mindfreak.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking at him too. Karen was trained in on that with Texture finding a field day. 2 HP left on Devi. He'll find it hard to get any impact from this point. A stray bullet enough to take him down, but he's caught Karen off guard. The flash covers his retreat. No more flashes, and they don't regen anymore. But an opportunity still. No, shut down. 2 versus 3 though. Viper's pick could change the game.
They're trying to get in as quickly as humanly possible, but Meteor's there to defend. Leaves it onto something. As said, he's had a real resurgence. They just fall back to enable the reload. Never mind, he's just looking to reposition completely. I think they know exactly where he is, but somehow he still wins the battle. 3 bullets left in the clip. The pit's been dropped. He's already going to spot 1, but he's now just out to the Classic, and it's a Classic v Classic.
Very soon, and Forsaken in that corner needs value. They've not seen him. He's good for 1 and damage on Texture. Those could be very, very pivotal facts for us as PaperX look to move back through. So many players are low. One extremely low in the corner. It's the Rocket to find him.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. That trade's all right. That was the low HP player that goes down. I don't think they're going to mind that whatsoever to put it back into a 3 versus 3. Something about to try and go through this. His teammates a little bit further behind. No flash available for Devi, so it's just going to have to be the raw push. Already managing to retrieve a rifle, but every member falls.
Pull you out of sticky situations. Door open. That was the defenders, but it's covering Munyet's push forward. Problem is, okay, good nade up close. That's going to force that player out in the open. Problem is, Texture was covering it. And now the push on mid is spotted as well. 3 players left for PaperX. And it looks like they've still got a fight in them. Nightfall won't evade it. He's being caught. But, oh, it's fake information. The Shrouded Step has bought a little bit of an advantage for Mindfreak as he's still alive, his HP recovering, but with something down. And Devi, very much known towards that spawn. Mindfreak's on the wraparound, wants to move towards that singular door. For this, Devi needs to buy some time. He still has a flash to play with. There it goes. It's popped and it's cleared out this corridor. Devi's even won the fight. The smoke is down. A chance if Mindfreak can make it to Devi, if they can take this fight together, but they don't know where the last players are. And the nade has even forced them back for a second. The time now very low. And with 2 players still to root out, it might be too low. Devi just dodges that seize, but Mindfreak down. The time now not to be played with. Okay, no, Texture went out swinging. There's no chance. There's no chance whatsoever. He had to stick it underneath his nose. And short of a big misplay, it was never swinging the other.